Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today the World Tournament is up. I want to move quick because I don't want to take too much time going over stuff, but Hellfighter 17, World Tournament reward, and then of course LR Demon King Piccolo, the local reward. Now, of course, it is a huge pain in the ass. I think that, you know, you can only get 2 copies of the LR per, like, you know, World Tournament victory, so it's like, oh boy. Like, we got to go through this painful process, like 3 World Tournaments at best to Rainbow LR Demon King Piccolo. I do think he's actually quite good. I am actually very excited to eventually Rainbow him. I mean, obviously, he's probably he's either the best or the second best character on the Dragon Ball saga, right? But I mean, I guess obviously there's no comparison. It's just going to be between, like, him and Kid Goku, right? One of the two, obviously, would be, you know, sort of the best unit. You know, Kid Goku has his key issues. Okay, I got completely shafted here. This is what they gotta take out of the World Tournament. Like, we're sick of this. Like, I got completely screwed with my dice rolls, right? Like, a bunch of 1s and 2s and shit. And then they group up, and it just, like, it takes so long to get through here. We're gonna do this. It just takes so long to get through, like, the preliminaries. Honestly, the number one thing they could do, get rid of the preliminaries. Immediately. Every round is just one fight. That's all you gotta do. Even better, removing the map. You go right into a fight. That's it. Like, not having to dick around on the map it's just so frustrating. And there's still, like, labyrinths, like gigantic stages that, like, obviously we don't want to dick around on these monstrous fields, like chasing after the AI and stuff like that. It's just not fun. Like, and that's why, like, people hate the World Tournament. I am pretty sure that they are going to be working on a alternative or something to the World Tournament soon. So that is good. I mean, we do really, really badly need a World Tournament, like, revamp or whatever. Like, this has got to change. I mean, the World Tournament reward cards have gotten quite good. You know, so it's like, you really should. I always recommend all free-to-play players to at least complete all of the missions. I think getting all the missions done is, like, essential, because the rewards you get are really quite good. Like, you're talking about a ton of Kais, you get a good amount of orbs, you get just a ton of tickets, and, like, you know, the Dragon Ball Saga summons aren't the greatest. I mean, you know, the new Jackie Chun on there is pretty interesting, right? Like, he is a Kamehameha support type unit, which is good, right? But, like, you know, if you go through the Dragon Ball Saga banner, like, a lot of the units really, I guess, aren't really worth the effort. But then on the World Tournament summon banners, that's where things actually start to get pretty good, right? Because you could either summon on one of the normal, like, you know, the banners that has all the, like, normal, like, unfeatured SSRs and stuff like that on it, which, you know, so many of them are, like, now powerful EZA units and shit, so it's really good to get tickets to summon on those. Like, you're gonna, like, again, like, some people, you know, you'll grind a couple, there's our copy of Hellfighter 17, but you'll go ahead, you'll grind a couple of stages, you'll get a ticket, and then maybe you get, like, AGL Broly, like, easily still one of the best units, like you can get from banners, right? Like, in my, what did I call it? I called it the 2019 end of the series top 10. I think like in 2021, I'm gonna call it start of the year top 10. That's what we're gonna do, because so many people were like, oh yeah, he calls it 2019 end of the year top 10s, but then he has a bunch of units that actually came out in 2020, right? Like it was 3 units at the time, the 3 EZAs. The Angel, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the Majin Vegeta, and then Merge Zamasu all came out in 2020 at the time when I was doing those. And, you know, so... but I feel like I did underrate probably AGL EZA Broly. Like, that's one of the cards that I probably would... Like, 2 months later, I probably already would disagree with my ranking of him, right? So, the World Tournament, like, sort of guaranteed SSR banners, right? Those banners are decent. Like, a lot of these new units that get awakenings, right? Like AGL Cooler, High School Gohan, the AGL Gohan from the Broly movie, the Super Saiyan 1. Like, these units that get awakenings, even that SCR Super Saiyan Vegeta, they're all quite good. Like, especially for free-to-play players. I mean, really, the only thing I would say is that, like, you know, typically, like, those types of units, like, at Rainbow level, they could be comparable to some summonable units and stuff like that, but it's so hard to rainbow these World Tournament units off banners if you don't, like, get full copies from them on the initial run, like the initial World Tournament, where they are the actual reward. It is uber difficult to get that. So that's the only thing. Because, like, I mean, look at me. Like, I grind, like, you know, top 100 every World Tournament, and there's still many, many units in those banners I've not been able to rainbow, because what happens is it's like, oh, I just pulled Tech Turles for the 27th damn time. I'm so happy to pull Tech Turles for literally, like, the 20th time, whereas, like, AGL Beerus I've pulled once from that banner in, like, 300 ticket summons or something like that. Like, it's just, it's maddening. Like, and probably after I get done with all the missions, I will take just a very minor break. I'll record my summons. You know, we'll try and go for LR Piccolo. We'll see how it goes. I still, like, see, what's funny is I still do need 2 copies of LR Piccolo, right? Like, it's not like just one. I need 2 copies of him before I can rainbow him. I get 1000 Day Goku, I believe, on Sunday. I think I get 1000 Day Goku, so that'll be good. I'll have him. I mean, he's not, I mean, it's a little late to be getting him, right? Like, he's not super good, but, like, I mean, he's definitely an option on a couple of teams, so it'll be cool. You know, another rainbowed LR, you know, sure, we'll take it. He could definitely be good for, like, some easy A's or something like that, I think, so we'll kind of see how things are going to work with that. And then after that, it's just Piccolo and Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Those would be the 2 LRs I do not have rainbowed. Or I guess Demon King Piccolo really can be added to that list as well, right? But, like, Demon King Piccolo and Mecha Frieza and King Cold can't even be rainbowed yet. Like, it's insane to me that Mecha Frieza and King Cold came out in July of last year. July! And they can't be rainbowed yet. It's like, come on, man. And Battlefield, like, oh, they have got, I don't even care. I'm just using a Ghost Usher. A lot of times, Ghost Ushers, I will bust out when I'm feeling particularly impatient and I don't feel like using a double King Yama. The best thing ever is that the glitch that was on JP has been fixed. I confirmed that I did some testing myself. And you could stack double King Yama and stuff like that again. Oh, my God. Doing the World Tournament where you were unable to just do a double King Yama was brutal. Oh, man, because then I would have to pop in, like, an Icarus item as well, and I wasn't able to have 2 key-up items, because this is, like, my ideal setup right here. Okay, Kale and Khalifa, yeah, of course. This is, like, my ideal setup right here. Now, we're going to go through the World Tournament one more time. There's 2 teams I've talked about many times that I really like using. I am, like, as I use both more and more, I definitely do lean more towards this team, like the team led by Dragon Ball Super Broly, having Turles, having STR LR Broly. I like that one better, I think, going through the World Tournament because of where the meta is at currently, right? So let's go ahead and jump in. Now here, I'm actually going to go ahead and swap over to Dragon Ball Super Broly as our friend, and we're going to rock this team right here, the Transformation Boost team. So we have 5 AoEs that super attack incredibly easy. And then, of course, we still have Jacko and Chaozu. Must-haves if you're going to seriously grind the World Tournament, right? And again, I always see players, like, on the Dokkan subreddit be like, oh, like, I died. I can't believe, you know, 18, like, I was 1 win away from getting the last mission. And it's like, you can't ever allow yourself to get hit without damage reduction or the enemy being stunned from Jacko and Chaozu. You just can't, you cannot allow it to happen. You always have to have them stunned, unable to smack you up, because if you give them even one opportunity, wow, okay, that didn't go great, that's fine. If you give them even one opportunity to super attack and kill you, they will kill you. But the point I was going to make too about how the reason I like the Turles, Dragon Ball Super Broly, and LR STR Broly team better, because STR LR Broly is still the undisputed king of World Tournament. There's no doubt about that. No other AoE unit compares to what he's capable of doing, right? But there's so many STR AoE units, and, like, so many people are running, like, bro, come on. Super Boo, fodder-ass Super Boo has to survive. See, and this happens rarely, right? It sort of depends on what the rotations work like, you know, if you're going to get crits and stuff like that. But, like, here's just a complete extra turn right here, even though we got 2 units that AoE'd, because so many of the AoEs, too, on this Transformation Boost team are all physical, right? We need more AoE units, more different colored AoE units. Like, this build would not, like, it wouldn't even be close to viable if not for that AGL Frieza that came out. But we need, like, a tech AoE unit as well for, like, this team. And I think that would very much help it. Like, if I could get either LR Physical Cell off here or Dragon Ball Super Broly, one of the two. Either of them. One of them has to go and then be replaced. That would make this team run a lot better because you have Second Form Frieza, LR Cell, and Dragon Ball Super Broly all physical. So the mistake really is that they made Second Form Frieza physical. Second Form Frieza, again, if he was like tech, this would be, this team would definitely be superior. But way too often, oh yeah, boom, exactly. Here we go. Look at this. Look, just full STR units right here. Now we got Frieza, but remember, because I'm using Transforming Frieza, or not Transforming Frieza, but because I'm using Second Form Frieza as our leader, right? Our leader skill is a bit lower. Now, I guess I could put... See, the thing is, because if I put Dragon Ball Super Broly as the leader, right? That does not give a buff to AGL Frieza, because he's from the Namek Saga, right? He's not, you know, Broly is movie boss / full power. And then Cell is not a movie boss / full power either, so you want that transformation boost. I mean, I guess you could do Cooler. I mean, Cooler is a support type unit. Huh, so maybe if I took out Physical Cell, put Cooler in there, and then, I actually might try that. I might try putting STR Cooler as a leader, because he's a transformation boost support type unit, so he'll be useful. You know, you're not going to want him to obviously attack, right? But that little support type buff will definitely be useful. So I'll have him as a leader with the superior leader skill, and I'll just take either Dragon Ball Super Broly or LR Cell off. One of the two. No, I guess I would take Second Form Frieza off at that point, huh? Because Second Form Frieza, if he's not going to be the leader, he's going to be far weaker than Cell and Dragon Ball Super Broly. I might try that. I might try that, actually. That, now that I'm thinking about it, that might work very good. But, yeah, because the extra stats, plus Cooler being a support type unit, like for Frieza, AGL Frieza, for example, I think that would dramatically help him, because he would definitely be able to clear the field with the extra leader skill plus Cooler's buff. And then, of course, obviously, they link up exceptionally well, right? Cooler and AGL Frieza. So I might try that. And then I would probably bring, like, a friend, it's still the same, either Dragon Ball Super Broly or LR Physical Cell. Usually I like LR Physical Cell because with this team, or excuse me, I like Dragon Ball Super Broly as a friend unit over LR Physical Cell. The reason for that is because typically, like with this team, every once in a while you will end up with, like, you know, 1 or 2 stragglers left over. At that point, LR Physical Cell does not easily super attack anymore, right? He gets key the more enemies are on the field, whereas with Dragon Ball Super Broly, he just gives himself key at the start of the turn. So if there's 1 enemy left on the field, it's still easy for him to super attack. Just because of that reason, that's why I bring a friend, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Plus, also, one thing that does matter is he is way more common to find as well. Oh, we'll do this. Yep, perfect. Exactly right there. It's way more common to find Dragon Ball Super Broly, right? Like, I'll run the tournament, like, you know, I don't know, over 1,000 times or whatever while the tournament is up. Like, actually just doing, like, 1,000, like, stages or whatever you want to call it, right? And during that time, like, you'll never run out of Dragon Ball Super Brolys. Like, you'll be able to find them constantly, right? Same thing with STR LR Broly, you know, because people, there are assholes out there who are very annoying, who, like, try and do, like, teams full of Cybermen, or, you know, they're setting, like, SRs and stuff as their leaders. I don't play that game. I mean, you guys can see, I set my Rainbow STR LR Broly for people to use. Like, I'm not, nah. I am not contributing to the problem, no way. Like, typically when I rainbow new units, Dokkan Fest units and stuff, like, I'll set them as my friend lead. One thing I've got to be better at is, like, maybe with, like, a new LR, so, like, LR Rose, right, who was, like, future 130%. When I rainbowed him, I left him as my lead for a couple of days, but I try not to do it for too long, because I figured there's probably people out there who would like to test, like, oh, a Rainbow Rose in the friends lead, I would love to use this unit, right? But, like, a lot of time, like, that's not, like, you're not going to run, I mean, I guess you could run a double Rose future team, but, like, that's not, like, really teams that people would want to run too often, right? So I try and leave my friend leader as, like, an actual leader. Like, I think people who have, like, you know, like, LR Vegito Blue and stuff like that are just dickheads. Like, that's it. Like, you're just being very inconsiderate to the rest of the player base, and it's like, it does have an impact. And, like, all of the farmed accounts and bot accounts, That's the reason they got rid of transfer codes, all those damn farmed accounts with SR friend leads up to, like, rank 600. It's ridiculous. I've encountered, like, when I was at rank 700, I found some of those SR friend leads. Like, it's insane. Like, it's insanity how many of those bot accounts are out there. So that's why they got rid of transfer codes right there, to help sort of ease that problem. I mean, it's clear as day. It's obvious, right? Here we go. Unless he crits, which he did. Well, yeah, okay, wow. LR Cell, despite not having type advantage, survived. That's impressive. And yep, here we go. This, okay, I'm glad the exact thing I was talking about with LR Cell does indeed get to happen right here. So here we go. I have to stack up on key items. Typically, I don't have to with this transformation boost team, but right here I have to, just because of the fact that there's only that LR Cell enemy left, right? So, like, now I actually have to go ahead and do this. Use these key up items in order for him to get a super attack off. Just a huge pain in the ass, and that's why I typically bring 2 Dragon Ball Super Brolys rather than 2 LR Cells. Plus, you know, it's also hard to find them. So, all right, we'll finish up here. I might do another video on that team I just thought of with Cooler as leader replacing Second Form Frieza. See if that functions any better. Maybe I'll do that like tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to get back to grinding. I will probably take a break in like 8 hours or so and do some summons. I don't know when I'll put that video up. Hopefully I get LR Piccolo. Thanks for watching. Catch you all next time.